Fellow citizens, residents, brothers and sisters, I am honestly and genuinely pleased to speak briefly with you on the occasion of Education for All Week, celebrated from today, Monday 19th to Sunday 25th April 2010. This historic occasion will be properly and fully celebrated via a number of activities spanning the full week, organized by a subcommittee of the UNESCO National Commission. If I may, I wish to briefly remind us all of the extreme, some say supreme value and importance of education as a means and method of transporting individuals, peoples, and societies to proud heights of development, progress, and advancement. Education, its pursuit, acquisition, and application have had positively tremendous impact and effects on human well-being, mankind and civilization, or our growth and sophistication to the intellectual and intuitive pursuits that education engenders. Education has the habit of stimulating the mental development of those exposed to and receiving it, and it is those who acquire and apply it who stand at the forefront of human reconstruction, who lead the charge in technological and scientific innovations, and who act as beacons of hope in otherwise backward societies. There is inarguably beneficent power and fulsome utility in education. No doubt, it is the recognition of the inherent good that education represents, which drove member countries of UNESCO, UNICEF, UNDP, and the World Bank to converge in 1990 in Thailand to adopt and promulgate Education for All, essentially a campaign to raise further awareness of the importance of education and to champion a call to ensure that it is accessible to all. Education, after all, is a human right. Appropriately, the theme for this year's Education for All Week is increased funding for education, a direct call and challenge to government, civil society, NGOs, the private sector, and all stakeholders to facilitate throughout the world the attainment of the goal of having education available for all the Earth's people by allocating more resources to that important mission. Here in St. Kitts and Nevis, education has certainly been available for all for many, many years. For others, that is not a reality but a distant dream. The structure of our education system, with its feature of compulsory, free, universal primary and secondary education, among others, bespeaks our people's tangible commitment to, adherence to, and success in providing education for all. Yes, education is now accessible to millions and millions of people, but sadly, significant millions still lack access. We pray for children all over the world for whom education for all remains a thing far more to be desired than realistically to be expected. And we pray that those responsible do recommit to achieving targets under the Millennium Development Goals. The proverb, "If you think education is expensive, try ignorance," is well worth reflective consideration at this time. Despite our many successes in education over the past many years, on account of which many in the region declare us leaders, we are confronted with new and worrying challenges for which failure to deal with them clinically and decisively will lead to serious loss of opportunity and retrogression for our society. In our context, education for all must surpass merely accepting every boy and girl into a classroom. It must represent an improved quality of education for all those who pursue it. It must signify a commitment by this government to deliver to every high school graduate a veritable opportunity for post-secondary and tertiary level education. Regarding the preceding, the upsurge in violence in our secondary schools will be targeted through early intervention programs, through our guidance and counseling program, and our soon-to-be implemented anger management program. That's on the softer side. On the other side, students and parents must be sent a strong signal that the education of other people's children will not be hindered, impeded, or frustrated by those who rule the corridors with terror. That must come to an end. The truth is, the quality of our education system has everything to do with how we monitor its progress and adapt and tailor for improvement. An improved system of professional evaluation for our teachers, an improved physical environment and facilities for teaching and learning, and an offering of clear options for upward mobility and training to our professionals are all part of our formula to achieve higher qualitative outputs in the education system. These all represent greater and more focused investment in our human capital. I'm therefore pleased that the UNESCO subcommittee organizing this year's Education for All week of activities has proposed that there will be talks in schools, a photo contest and impromptu poetry reciting competition for students, radio discussions, and the launch of the UNESCO Basseterre Past and Present project as highlights of the week. I urge all of you to join in the celebration of these events via your active support and participation. Indeed, it is in optimistic anticipation that this year's Education for All week will result in increased opportunity for education the world over and for improved commitment by all at home that I am pleased to declare Education for All week officially open. Thank you.